Welcome back. ChannelsTV.com has more information for you, and on YouTube.com/channelsweb you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Now, besides giving you access to news updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an eyewitness feature that you can use to share pictures, videos, or even news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. So the health sector now, and it's affecting the entire country. It's been accusations and counter-accusations between members of the joint health sector unions and the Nigerian Medical Association on the ongoing strike by health workers, which has crippled services in hospitals across the country. With the strike just over 5 weeks on, the patients continue to bear the brunt as doctors take on the role of health workers. But that too seems to be in jeopardy, with the health workers allegedly locking up critical facilities in some of the affected hospitals.
For those keeping count, it's been 5 weeks and 2 days since members of the joint health sector unions, JOHESU, declared a nationwide strike. Hospitals around the country now run scheduled services with patients at the receiving end. The Federal Medical Center in Katsina State, northwest Nigeria, is not immune to JOHESU's industrial action. Patients outnumber the doctors and the temporary staff. But they make do, even in the face of scarce human resources.
We cannot operate at 100%, but at least we're able to operate, to be able to give some succor to patients. Because at the end of the day, when two big elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers.
The demands of the workers include an upward adjustment of the contents salary scale, employment of additional health professionals, and an upward review of the retirement age from 60 to 65. But the chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association in the state disagrees with the salary demand.
Go around the world, go to India, go to UK, go to the US, go to even our neighboring African countries here. There is nowhere a doctor earns the same salary as a hospital cleaner, with all due respect. It's a hospital cleaner, a ward attendant, a nurse, a lab scientist, or a pharmacist. There's nowhere in the world that happens.
In Osun State, southwest Nigeria, the Nigerian Medical Association is also accusing the health workers of harassing medical doctors at the Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospital, Ile-Ife. The doctors allege that the striking workers have locked up critical facilities, thereby thwarting the efforts of doctors to provide whatever care they can to patients.
In Ife now, our doctors are on ground to take care of patients. But the problem we're having there is that JOHESU are really disturbing them from working. Some critical aspects of the hospital were locked up. Some life-saving equipment were locked up. So it's going to actually affect the delivery of healthcare service.
Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
In Kogi State, north-central Nigeria, this all-too-familiar labor anthem kicks off a meeting for members of JOHESU and the Assembly of Healthcare Professionals from the 6 north-central states, including the FCT. Here, the Secretary General has a poser.
What is the business of doctors in our struggle to better our welfare? So they simply form part of the problem in the struggle to better our life. Special Chairman.
Equity and equality are 2 words that have remained at the center of negotiations to end the strike. Each side appears to have a story to tell, hoping for a mutually beneficial ending.
Now we're joined in the studio by the chairman of the Joint Health Sectors Union, Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospital, Mr. Olatubosun Akinwumi. Thank you for joining us on News Across Nigeria.
Thank you, sir.
Firstly, I want to confirm from you whether or not it's true that the doctors are having to make do, and in trying to do so, the health workers in Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospital have locked up some critical facilities, including life-saving equipment. Is that true?
I want to say here that what that doctor have just said, the NMA chairman in Osun State, is not our staff. He's working in a Lautech teaching hospital, Oshogbo. He doesn't know what is happening in Ife. He was just saying, conjure lies to confuse the populace. We did not in any way disturb doctors from doing their job. When we were going on strike, we told our members, withdraw your services, stay that way. And as I speak with you, all of us, we dropped the key to our offices at the security point.
Could you be cool? Any chapter of the organization in any state be flouting that order from the national body? Any of the hospitals around Nigeria, yes, where they'll be trying to make it even more difficult for the doctors to attend to patients?
I've not heard of any branch where our members are obstructing doctors. The real thing is, hospital system is like a motor vehicle. If you remove the tire, ask the vehicle to go. The vehicle cannot go anywhere. Put the tire back, remove the fuel. The vehicle will not go anywhere. Now we have withdrawn our services. Go to the hospital. Everywhere is like ghost of itself. They cannot do anything without all other health workers, without the nurses, without the pharmacists, without they want to use oxygen now. The oxygen is there. Doctor cannot carry oxygen cylinder on their back. We have some people that are carrying it from the store to the ward. So the doctor now is saying that it's there. It's there. The key to the oxygen plant is there. Nobody will go there to carry it. Everybody is important. That's what we want to prove to the whole world, that though in the healthcare, when you want to provide healthcare services, the doctor lead. But when you don't see anybody at your back, you cannot do anything. So in any way, we have not obstructed anybody from doing their job.
That's a good analogy you made at the beginning. But that much is true, that we know how important health workers are. The doctors certainly know. So let's go to the core of the issue in the first place. Right. Can middle ground not be found, knowing that so much is happening in the way of this strike that is making innocent patients suffer? After all, they're not the ones that caused the problem.
You see, when we say industrial harmony in an organization, harmony is two words: harm and honey. If you want to achieve industrial peace, we will achieve a little bit of harm, a little bit of honey. So if we negotiate with government and we cannot have a win-win situation, we will take a little bit of what we want, a little bit of what may not go down well with us, so that the general public will not suffer for it. So we can have a midpoint.
Now, concerning JOHESU, the branch in Lagos, I believe, and in Kanu, according to reports that we heard recently, that they've been informed by your national body to suspend the strike. Can you give us some more information on that? Have they suspended the strike in Lagos and Kanu?
Okay, we were not informed by our national leader to suspend strike. We started the strike, the federal health facilities were shut. And later we asked the state organ to join. And some states joined us. Perhaps when the state joined, their governor called them and they met their demand. And they were saying, well, considering what our governor has done for us, we want to go back to work as against the federal health institution.
Are you saying that there's disunity within JOHESU to call off the strike?
No,
so some branches are acting independently of the national...
What I said was, we have the federal institution, we have the state institution. So if you hear that some institution, they will return to work, there are state organs of the union.
Very quickly, finally, what do you want to see done that will end this matter?
The core issue.
Very quickly.
Very quickly. Yes. The doctors should stop saying unmerited, unwarranted demand of JOHESU. What is their concern? They should stop saying that they oppose upward review of current salary for JOHESU members. It's provocating. You got your own. And when they were asking for their own, we had meeting. We said, okay, let's leave them. When they get their own, it will be a grant for us to ask for our own too. We allowed them, we supported them. When they got their own, I said, okay, we too, our own should be upwardly reviewed. They said, no way.
So that's the bone of contention.
That is a
Thank you so much for coming on News Across Nigeria and sharing your time with us. We hope that this issue is speedily resolved in the interest of the country.
We are hoping so.
You're watching News Across Nigeria. Anambra State Governor Mr. Willie Obianor signs a deal to deal with the erosion menace ravaging some communities. Please stay with us.